Yo, man, how y'all doing? It's Jay chilling in the building, baby. And y'all already know what we're about to be getting into today. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, come to the ninth floor so y'all can learn game the right way. And today, we're going to be reacting to a topic that it was a bit more popular last week, but it's been something that's on my mind, right? In regards to this Chud the Builder guy and like the use of words, right? Because he apparently shot a guy. He's claiming in self-defense. The dude that shot him said like, you know, don't say none of that racist stuff to me. Apparently Chud did, allegedly, you know, and that caused him to shoot the black guy in defense. Now, this dude Sneako is friends with this Chud the Builder guy. If y'all know who Sneako is one of the most famous contrarians on the internet. Whatever's popular, he just doesn't like. You know, when being a Christian was cool, he became a Muslim. When being red pill was cool, he was red pill. You know, shit like that. And he recently got in a discussion with DJ Academics. DJ Academics pressed him about his friendship with Chud the Builder, and Sneako was basically telling him, you know, don't be so mad about these words. So let's see how that debate went.
Goddamn hurt that Israel doing to them.
Okay.
Let it go.
The fact that you're not able to comprehend the difference between genocide.
No. Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck Allah right now.
Is that what you're saying?
I never thought I'd wholeheartedly agree with academics, but here we are. Recently, he had a debate with Sneako over Chud the Builder, a man who I covered in a prior video because he has gone viral for being a racist person who goes around and antagonizes black people. He's reached such mainstream notoriety, he's become a common subject of discourse. And with Sneako's conservative opinion on Chud the Builder, academics decided to debate him. And like I said,
and the thing that's so crazy about this Chud the Builder nigga is that I knew of his existence before this nigga popped off. I remember I saw a clip of him. He was in his car and he was just saying the N-word for no reason. And I was like, well, you know, Trump's America, you know, this is Trump's America right now. So like a lot of racist white people feel emboldened to talk and to move this way. I had no idea that he was going to get this popular and that basically his bread and butter would just be saying slurs to only one group of people. Because he doesn't say slurs to anybody else. All his most viral clips where he's saying the N-word with a hard ER. He's not going up to Hispanic people saying slurs to them. He's not going up to Asian people saying slurs up to them. And he's not going up to a specific group of people with yarmulkes and saying anything to them either. It seems to only be black people because, as people know, black people in America, while they do have their faults like all other groups of people, everybody likes to laugh at us. You know what I'm saying? And even though it doesn't matter if you're from Africa, it doesn't matter if you're a naturally born black American citizen, if you have the skin color that is darker than the rest, you could even be Hispanic. In the DR, they also got racism over there. You could be, as long as your skin is the closest thing to black, you will be treated. You most likely have faced racism in your lifetime. It's unfortunate.
I wholeheartedly agree with academics. When the things you say are so dumb that academics can seem smart, you know you've messed up. We got some interesting stuff to talk about today, twin, so come tap in. Comment for the algorithm. Before I get into the actual debate and speak about how crazy it is that academics can be seen as reasonable, let me give you guys a little context. Chud the Builder is a racist man who is going around and calling black people slurs to prove the narrative that we're violent people who lack self-control. But obviously going around and antagonizing people is not how you prove individuals are violent. And now Chud is in a position where the mother of his child wants to change their son's name because he's just destroying their reputation by being an asshole.
I might as well just tell you what I'm really upset about. My son's mother texted.
It's kind of crazy that like how popular this dude is and then his living conditions just don't match how popular he is. And that's the beautiful thing about social media. A lot of these people that you think are just living the most insane lives you ever heard of, bro, these are appearances. They have to look like that or you wouldn't give them your attention or money. This dude looks like he lives in like a shack with no roof. There's no roof. There's no water in this man's crib. This man's in suspenders in his own fucking crib. He does not have money. And he knows that. Because apparently he lost his business because of this racist shit that he did. He's lost a lot of shit doing the shit that he's done. And if he does beat this case, I just want to see how he moves going forward. Because I do think he raised like over $100K or some shit like that. overdoing this shit. He's probably raised more because there's a lot of racist people. It's actually like people like this, and then you go on the internet, especially on Elon Musk's Twitter, bro. You see, it's kind of insane how like outwardly racist a lot of people are for no reason. It's actually
Today saying that she wants to change his name, switch it from mine. She fears for him. You know, she's like, oh, you tarnished your name, and I don't want him to have to deal with that.
Low-key, I just wanted an excuse to play this clip. Since my video, his life has only got worse, so I want to show y'all. And if you guys want an update, please let me know. But Sneako, being the grifting piece of shit he is, decided to not only reach out to Chud to give him a word of advice, but he claims that he sees a perspective in what he's doing, which is that nobody should be offended over words and we shouldn't give words power.
I'll just be straight up. I reached out to him and I told him, bro, you should probably do some desktops, because a lot of people are thinking that you are going to be a target. A lot of people want him dead. I'll just put it straight up. And I don't agree with a lot of what he does. It can be antagonizing, but a lot of stuff's funny. I can't even lie to you. It is.
And here's the issue I have with Sneako, right? On especially on this topic. He's claiming that going around saying the N-word is funny, you know? And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the best human being on the planet. Sometimes in certain contexts, saying slurs is funny. I'm not. But the thing I don't like about Sneako, right, is that the only reason he is saying this is because it's the unpopular fucking opinion. That's it. If the popular opinion was that what he was doing was, you know, funny, cool, everybody liked it, Sneako would say the opposite. That's all I've seen Sneako do since he got back on YouTube. It's just the opposite. Whatever the opposite is, he's for it. Because this Chud dude literally goes out of his way to go up to just black people, all his famous clips of black people, and antagonize them. And he's saying it's funny. But if you say something about Islam, or you say something about him, like when Andrew Tate called him gay, he was on stream crying because he got called gay, even though words shouldn't hurt him.
Funny to see, because the principle is that he's standing on free speech. Obviously, he is antagonizing it a lot, and he is kind of looking out for it, but there is a message within it if he's able to explain himself, and if he's able to give his backstory. And I don't want to see people target him and use him as a way for violence, and I don't want to see him provoke more people, especially right now when there's a bigger conversation to be had. So I told him straight up, I reached out to him, and I said, you should probably not go outside for a while.
And it's really funny that Sneako can say stuff like this and then be surprised that nobody cares that he got punched in New York. Why are you sympathizing with the racist who's not only antagonizing an entire group of people, but you're finding meaning in his disgusting anti-human behavior? Being anti-black is anti-human. Chud even walks around with a gun and bear spray. He's the biggest pussy ever. It's one thing to be anti-human and to go around and dehumanize a group of people, but it's another to do so and then threaten them with weapons. This is such a crazy thing to do. It's such a crazy thing to sympathize with this that even academics had to step in and say, Sneako, you're tripping.
Like that's actually so insane, right? Like, I feel like if you're gonna be a racist, you gotta be a full gun-ho, just like insane racist, in my opinion. I like racism when it's so outwardly, like me interacting with them is my own fault. You get what I'm saying? And this dude, it is like that, but it's like you gotta be willing to take what comes. Like, if you hate the color of my skin so bad that you want me to leave, and you're willing to come to my face and say that, you have to be willing to fight me then, because I'm not leaving, and you're not gonna kill me outright because you want to you're trying to do it legally, get me out of here by killing me, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's the case, why are you walking around with bear spray and a gun? You call me a word, I confront you by calling me a word, and then the next thing out your mouth is I'll kill you. Like, is that not crazy? Like, that's not crazy?
Tripping.
I can't even lie to you.
Oh hell no, ain't nothing about it funny. Ain't nothing about it funny. Sneako, we might have to take your black card. We can't have you. No, come on, Sneako. It's It would be funny to you because I don't think the epithet. Yo, Sneako, ain't you Muslim, nigga? If I said some anti-Muslim shit, nigga, you be in your feelings, nigga, like praying on a rug 15 times, nigga. You not black.
Now I had to pause the clip right here because this is the biggest tell and the biggest gap in Sneako's argument. An academic said it before he even hopped on a call or Discord. And it's the fact that if this was targeted towards Muslims, Sneako would throw a fit. And later in the video, you're gonna see Sneako try to like draw a difference between antagonizing Muslims versus black people. But I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but I bring it up because when Sneako tries to defend Chud, he's essentially admitting that he's being selective with what he cares about.
Yo, Sneako, you Muslim, right?
Yeah, and there's funny words.
Hold on.
Are
You Muslim? All right, cool. So you cool with me calling all Muslim niggas terrorists as a term of endearment?
Well, do you believe that?
No. Suppose that's what I want to call them because.
Well, you don't believe if people have real intentions.
Hold on.
If people actually believe that, then that's wrong.
A racial slur usually don't have no definition to it. The N-word with the hard ER, what's the definition of that? It's a slur to bring you down. So
yeah, there's other slurs like the word dumb. The word dumb means somebody who's not able to speak, but it doesn't have the same connotation. The word means somebody who's disabled.
If I called all Muslims terrorists, it has social implications, just like if you call someone the N-word, it does have that social implication in terms of it's not about what it means, it's about you're using a term to denigrate a whole group. You don't believe that? Come on now.
People say that all my Muslim friends, I call them terrorists too. If they're Palestinian, I call them Hamas.
Like, but, and it's like, okay, the beautiful thing about what he just said is like, he calls all his friends, these are people that you're close with. You get what I'm saying? If I go and call one of my boys the N-word with a hard ER, that's like, that's weird. That's weird. But like, that's my friend. I have history with this person. With this bottom bitch Chud is going up to people that he doesn't know and calling them the N-word unprovoked. Like, he's calling them the N-word unprovoked. If I go up to a group of Muslim people unprovoked and start calling them terrorists, that's fucked up. You wouldn't do that.
If it has real intentions, if you mean it, then that's a different conversation. But if you're joking around, we shouldn't let words control us emotionally.
So you're saying that this guy is joking around when he's saying he's going to leave a black dude?
I think he actually has animosity.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna stop right here because academics was on that ass. Sneako was trying to make the claim that it's about intent and we shouldn't let jokes offend us, but then he immediately admits that Chud wasn't joking. And not only can a white man like Chud not make that joke, it's just like academics said, there's social and historical implications that come with the word nigga. And comparing it to words like dumb just minimizes those implications and show you don't actually care. But I want to move on to the Discord call because I saved a couple clips that I feel like are very telling about who Sneako is and exposes just how flimsy his arguments are.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck Allah right now.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, I'm asking you. I'm asking you to say it because it should have no meaning. There's a meaning to it, right?
Okay.
Clearly. Like, you wouldn't say that, right? Because there's an
do you not see the point that you're making? How are you equating God?
Words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty, something that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it?
Like, and that argument is so dumb because God only exists in a faith context. You have to believe in God. No one has seen God. No one has seen God, technically. All we have is the writings of prophets who have seen God. That is it. No other human being has seen God. They can claim that they've seen God, but nobody believes them. Right? People claim they see God all the time. They saw God in a dream. It's all bullshit. Technically. According to all religions, only the prophets can speak the word of God. Technically. You have to be a prophet in order for that to happen. So if you're not a prophet, can't see God. So God is faith-based. So you saying F God is saying F someone's faith, but you're not calling them, you're not disrespecting them, you're disrespecting their faith. Calling someone a slur, right? Especially a slur that has so much deep-rooted hatred. All slurs have deep-rooted hatred. What am I talking about? But calling someone the N-word with a hard ER has, like academics said, has social implications because you're designating that to a whole group of people. Now, the N-word is the only word I've seen successfully taken and then turned into lingo that black people use amongst themselves. And I've always been confused on why other races they want to use it so bad. They want to use the N-word so, like, they get I just want to say the N-word. God damn it. It's like, I don't know why they want to say it so bad to the point where it's like they'll argue to say it. And then now they can say it nowadays because there's no real like societal pushback. But it's like, why do you want to say a word, especially if someone's saying, don't call me that word? Like, if I was talking to somebody, right, and they said, hey, don't say like the R word around me, I'll just respect that. It's not about free speech and, oh, I can say what I want. It's like, if someone is asking me not to do something, as a human being, I'm just going to do it, especially if it's words. If it's actions, is different, but words is like, okay, I can refrain from talking like this around you. When I'm not around you, I'll talk like this. You'll know that, but around you, I'll respect you. I don't know why that's so hard for like dumbasses like Sneako to understand. Like, this dude is going around verbally just berating people for no reason, and you think it's funny, but if the same dude was doing that to your group of people, you would be pissed off.
God has meaning without us. This hard R word, listen, this word only has the meaning that you give to it. Allah exists without us.
What you just told me, you can't disrespect God. Okay, get it, and I agree. But you can disrespect an entire group of people, and your solution to that is that the entire group of people should just not be offended.
That word,
because you're doing both,
only has
whether you say the hard ER or you say fuck Allah.
And I just want to say, bro, I'm really thankful I left religion because some religious people use God to avoid making logical arguments. And before anyone gets on my ass, my grandpa is Muslim and I grew up as a Christian. And for all the people that remember my face cam, I still have a cross hanging up in my room. I've seen both sides of the equation, and I don't hate Christians nor religious people, but religions can sometimes cloud an individual's ability to critically think. Sneako is saying it's worse to disrespect a belief than it is to disrespect an entire group of people that have been systemically violated. Not everyone follows the Quran, it's an individual belief. Sneako understands that words have meaning and can be disrespectful when it comes to something he personally believes in, but when it's a group of people and their immutable physical characteristics, all of a sudden it's fair game to antagonize them. He's selectively deciding when speech is okay based on his own personal beliefs. In other words, he applies an arbitrary set of rules on what you can and cannot say. For him, the
I honestly think this Chud the Builder dude has like a death wish, and not saying like I want anything to happen to him, but it's like you can tell when there's certain people that want to get put in a situation where like martyrdom. And y'all remember martyrdom from Modern Warfare 2, right? Where you drop a grenade when you die. Like there's certain people that like their only goal right now in their life that they have right now is they want to die for a cause or for a reason that they believe is worthy to them. And I think in this Chud dude's mind, he believes dying for saying the N-word is a valid reason to throw his life away. Because he's eventually going to come across somebody, if he does get free, that's going to shoot him or harm him. And I think he knows that. And he either wants to be like a George Zimmerman type hero for all these white boys, or he wants to be like a figure, trying to think, or he wants to be like a Derek Chavanov or whatever, like you know what I'm saying? Like he wants to be like a figure where it's like I go down, but I'm showing like the system is against. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah.
Mine is when it's Allah, because that's his God, and that's fair, and I actually do respect that. But you can't turn around and try to dismiss black people for not wanting a white man to use a disgusting slur that has been historically used to dehumanize us. The only reason he's okay with it is because he doesn't care about black people. In my opinion, everything Sneako is saying is just cope. The whole point academics is making is that, dude, don't use words that clearly are emotionally charged, that clearly have social implications, and then expect people to treat you kindly. It's literally that simple.
Right, because society changed the meaning of this word. That's the point.
Okay. However, when that naturally happens, it happens. What I'm saying now is that nigga and the hard ER, they mean two very different things.
Because we allowed them to change their meaning. Because society moved on. Because we allowed them to change their meaning. Let go.
You're being so.
Let go of these societal attributes to this word. Let go.
I actually think, and the thing that makes me so mad is like you can tell when someone's smart but being dumb, and I think that's Sneako's thing because it's like I don't know why it's so hard for him to understand what Ak is saying. A group of people that you can physically see and interact with that you can just judge based off the color of their skin gets disrespected. That's fine. They just got to deal with it and keep it pushing. but a metaphysical being that you have to have faith in to believe in. If you disrespect that, that's not cool. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
So, them niggas in Palestine should let go of the goddamn hurt that Israel doing to them.
Okay.
Let it go.
The fact that you're not able to comprehend the difference between genocide.
No, you're saying that black people should let go of the hurt. But I'm saying, all right, you own that Palestine shit.
Before I talk about the Palestinian point, because Sneako is going to attempt to strawman academics, let's actually focus on the first half of what was said. Sneako's argument is incredibly stupid to me. He's saying that society can change the meaning of words. So if that's the case, we can let go of the current meaning of the N-word and move past it. But academics refutes this by bringing up Palestinians and the genocide. And Sneako wants to argue that it's different. But I actually think academics had a decent comparison here, because even if we can socially influence the connotation of words, you can't just tell people to let it go, especially when it's still being used to dehumanize that same group of people. Just like Palestinians are still in an ongoing conflict. Basically, all academics is saying is that Sneako can have this compassion for one group of people, but when it's black people, all of a sudden that's out of the drain. And dude, the same way the N-word is being used in the modern time of 2026 is the same way they were using it historically. So what's changed? It's becoming acceptable again. And Sneako's an idiot. And now let's take it back to the Palestinian stuff, because I feel like Sneako was trying to strawman academics and I want to defend him.
I know you're usually like your religious stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could give two fucks about what's going on with the Jewish people and them Palestinian niggas. Both of them niggas could just go away.
So you care more about a word than you do about genocide?
Yeah, I care more about black people.
You care more about this word than genocide happening right now.
And the thing, and here's the thing I don't understand about Sneako's point here, and about all foreign political commentators. Nigga, what are you gonna do? Literally, what are you going to do? You don't do anything. You're not gonna go fight. You're not gonna go mobilize you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna sit in your room like all other commentators and just complain about stuff. Like, you're not gonna do anything. Like, you're not gonna do anything. And I think that's the point that people like Sneako and all these other people that commentate on this stuff don't understand, is that you're not going to do anything at all. If the government pushed up on, if the American government pushed up on Sneako's house right now and said, stop talking about Israel, we're going to kill your fucking family, he's going to stop talking about that, because he's not this like fighter. He's not this dude that's like, no, that's not Sneako. If that was Sneako ass would be on a plane to Palestine right now, or get on a fucking boat and go over there, bro. Go to Israel and go to Palestine, bro. Go help and fight with those people. But he's not going to do it. He's going to sit in his room in Miami or New York, keep yelling, saying, "Oh my God, look at the genocide over there," and nothing's going to happen. I'm sorry, because unfortunately, here's the unfortunate part about the situation based on what I understand right now. Israel is America's proxy in the Middle East. So whatever Israel wants to do, because America is their big dog, it's going to happen. I don't know who's the big dog back in Palestine, but yeah, unfortunately. And Israel wants some Palestine motherfuckers going. And if Israel gets rid of Palestine, I don't know how that's going to change the state of the world, but like, what is you sitting here just talking about, oh my God, there's a genocide going on, going to do? You're not going to stop the genocide. You're not a political commentator. You're not mobilizing people to go stop the genocide. You're just going to keep saying there's a genocide. There's a genocide. You're going to collect your donations and go to sleep.
You just said that. You care more about the hard R than you do about genocide.
I care more about black people more than I care about that type of shit.
Okay, but the difference is a word and genocide, correct?
Brother, I just told you, I care more about black people in this country that I live in more than what the fuck is going on.
And the situation you're talking about is a word.
I don't care who wins that shit.
Okay, so genocide's happening in Palestine, and a word is being used in America, and you care more about this word.
I care about black people more.
Yeah, but there's not a genocide on black people happening.
Well, listen, we got to...
There was Sneako.
Nip it in the bud before it gets there. This thing is about to start a race war. Fuck what's going on in
That's why I said he should stop. That's why, fuck what's going on. I don't want to see a race war. I don't want to see people try to get a...
In the South, the Voting Rights Act has been gutted by an extremely Trump-favored and corrupt Supreme Court. So while yes, there is no black genocide, there is a racism problem prevalent in America. The southern states are still haunted by the spirit of the Confederacy. But Sneako, you don't care about that. You're selective in what you...
Okay, to end this video, I just really want to understand this shit. I just, like, for all the racist white people, right? Because a majority of racist white people are broke. They're broke as fuck. They have no money. They have no prospects. They're broke as shit, and that's the end of it. I have a question for all the racist white people that might see this video. If every black person, every Asian person, every Latino person, every other race of person that was not European white left this country, I want to know what on earth y'all think your country is going to be. If it's just white people here. Do y'all think y'all are going to like do anything when a majority of white people are under the poverty line? Like what do you guys think is going to happen if all foreigners left America and went back to their countries? You don't think we will all just band together and come fuck y'all up anyway? Like, I always sit down and wonder, like, if every single race of person that racist white people didn't like left, what are they going to do, especially now today in the modern age, after that point? Do they really think that, like, they're gonna just run the world past this shit? I don't know, man. Fuck Sneako. Fuck Sneako on this point. Sneako has, like, some... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sneako's made a lot of bad points this year, and I really used to fuck with Sneako, but he keeps making these dumbass arguments, and they go viral every time, and it's just poisoning my brain about this Asian nigga. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a great rest of your day, man. Peace.